Today we're making Guyanese soup, so we're gonna put the yellow split peas to soak. So my split peas have been soaking for a few hours. I'm gonna drain them and rinse them with cold water. They've also expanded in size since they've been soaking. Rinse out my pot. Rinse out my peas. And then I'm going to throw them back in the pot with cold water and put them to boil. Okay, so I've drained them. Now I'm just filling them up again with some cold water. And then they'll go on the stove to come up for a boil. Okay, so in the meantime, we're going to start getting our provisions ready. So Sal's going to show me how to deal with a cassava. Because apparently I peel it wrong.
This is how my mom teach me how to do it like that. And then you just
And that's how you peel the cassava.
yeah.
I usually cut that off.
You normally peel it like that. But
Yeah.
That's not the way I was taught.
Okay, so we're also going to put some plantain in the soup, green plantain. And this is how you peel plantain. Because it never works for me, so let's see if it works for him. I always end up cutting it. But these plantains are not green. They started to ripen.
They turn a little bit.
Yeah, they didn't have green ones at the grocery store.
I didn't cut it straight, that's why.
Oh, that's why it's not peeling? You didn't cut it straight. Mm-hmm. And that's how you clean plantain. Is it plantain or is it plantain?
Plantain?
It's not plantain, it's plantain.
I'm an Englishman. Plantain?
Plantain?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Plantain?
It's plantain.
Yeah, plantain.
Okay, I tried to get him to teach me how to prepare edos, which is also known as tara, I guess, tara root. He didn't want to. He said, you know how to do that. So this is my edos. So all I have to do is peel it. It's like a potato, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little slimy.
Just gonna peel and then I'll cut that part out after with my knife. Next on my peeling list is sweet potato. So this is also going to be going in the soup. This is a nice hearty soup. Has lots of root vegetables. Has the split peas. And then we're going to be making it with beef this time. You can also make it with chicken. You can do it totally vegetarian. It's up to you what you want to put in it. I'm also going to add a couple of carrots to the mix. I'm just going to peel them, get them ready so I can begin, so I can begin all the chopping. So now that everything has been peeled and washed, I can begin the chopping. For the carrots, I'm just going to make them in rounds like this. For my sweet potatoes, I'm going to cut them in half. And like that. And I think I'm just gonna make them like this. I like to cut the different vegetables different ways. That way it's easier to identify when you're eating the soup. Okay, next I'm going to be cutting up the plantain. I just cut them in half and then I just do like maybe quarters. Actually, I'm going to make them a little smaller. So just like that. Throw it in my bowl so it's ready to go. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to be cutting up is the cassava. Another name for cassava is yucca root. So you might know it by that name. So just make sure I put it in. It has like this hard center that feels almost like a string. So if I can take it out, I'll take it out. If not, we just leave it, and then when you eat it and you find it, you just put it to the side. So I think I'm going to do like half moons with this, but let me see if I can get this out. Maybe try a smaller knife before I hurt myself. There we go. So it's like a string. Pull it out, and then I'm just going to chop them in half moons. You want to keep an eye on your peas because mine just boiled over. It makes like this froth. You want to skim that off. You don't want that part of your soup. So that'll happen even though they were soaking and they've been rinsed. You want to make sure you get that off. And then I usually just take a paper towel and I wipe the pot like that because I don't want that getting in my soup. And I'll just make sure that I get it all, and as it continues to boil, I'll just come in and I'll skim it. So I got some more skim on this side. And it's a process, you just have to keep doing it. Okay, the veggies are cut up, the peas are boiling, now it's time to prepare the meat. So I have shank here, beef shank, I have eye round here, and I have some nice beef bones with marrow. My beef has all been cleaned, so now I'm going to be seasoning it. I have onion, green onion, celery, and wiri pepper. I'll put that on. Hopefully I don't get it all over the place. I'm going to add some dried thyme to it as well. Just a little bit, not too much. Thyme can be very overpowering, and you don't want it to smell or taste just like thyme. I'm going to be adding salt now. Be generous with your salt. This is how we're seasoning the meat. And I'm also going to be using some black pepper. And I'm going to be mixing this all up and let it sit for a little bit so the flavors can infuse one another, I guess, if that's how you say it. Okay, so I have some vegetable oil in my frying pan, and this is now where I'm going to be adding my bowl of meat that I had sitting and seasoned, and we're going to fry it up. My bone jumped out. Get in there. Okay, my peas have been boiling for a while. I actually took my hand blender to it and pureed it, so it's a nice liquidy, I guess, pea broth here. Split pea broth. So now I'm going to be adding in my chopped vegetables that you watched me chop earlier. I'm going to do a little bit at a time so it doesn't splash up on me. And I'll just be putting them all in and just continue the boiling process. Okay, so this is what it looks like with all the veggies in here. You can see my liquid is almost to the top now of my pot. My meat is also ready to go in. Look at that yummy bone marrow. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. Here we go. I'm going to be adding in my meat now. Okay, everybody's in the pot now. I'm just going to try and give it a mix as much as possible. I'm going to cover it and let it come up for a boil. You want to keep an eye on this because with all the root vegetables, you don't want them to stick to the bottom and burn. You don't want to have your pot up really high. Like a medium low is good. So let's cover it up and let it come back up for a boil. Okay, so this is how the soup looks now. It's been boiling for a good half an hour, 45 minutes. You can see it got nice and thick from all the different vegetables in here. Some are still in chunks. Some have broken up. Some have completely disintegrated. So now for the final touch is to add some dumplings for it to cook. So all I did was mix some flour with baking powder, some vegetable oil, and salt. And I'm just going to form some little balls and put them in. You can see it's very sticky. I should put some oil on my hands. But that's all you're going to do is you're going to form these little balls and put them in, and they're going to cook in the hot liquid. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. I put some oil on my hands so it's not as sticky. I'm just continuing to make my little dumpling balls, and I'm just putting them in. And it gets Sal to stir it up so you can see what it looks like. Sal, grab the spoon and stir it. And then that way some of the balls get in there and then they can cook. Doesn't that look beautiful? My soup is ready. Look how delicious it looks. Look at that. I'm gonna give myself a nice big bowl. Too many dumplings. Those are for the kids. I'm gonna take some of that out. But what I really want, what I'm really hoping for is a nice bone with some marrow. That's what I'm fishing for. Here it is. Put that in there. A little bit of everything. Really nice and thick. Can't wait to dig in. So there you have it, my Guyanese soup. This soup is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes all day to make. So it's perfect for a Sunday.